Good evening, every gram, or good morning, depending on where or when you're watching this, because today we have a very special thing, and also the finale. Well, not so much finale, these just lined up coincidentally, of our favorite Gigi Murin. Hey, wait a minute, that's Mori Calliope. Where's Gigi Murin? Oh, there she is. And she will join the rest of her Justice friends in the Super Smash Brothers. Because no, you are not Steve Gigi Murin. You are Mori Calliope. And Mori Calliope is you, so therefore you are Gigi Murin. Or be Steve. I don't know. I don't know. Let's just see what the move set for Gigi could entail. Now this part's a little bit new in saying the stats of the character, and as for Gigi, I decided to give her Game & Watch's air acceleration with FOTS's gravity and Joker's fall speed. The reason I want to give her Joker's fall speed is so she really isn't just a kind of like FOTS-like character, and if anyone's gonna be falling really fast like a rock, it should be the Rock. No, not that one. That one. That's more of a pebble compared to the Rock. But then again, that Rock has an army of pebbles, so draw your own conclusions. But back to Gigi. The reason she'll have a good air acceleration too, it's because she has to be annoying. Get that title out of my face. Yeah, that's much better. But yeah, she needs to be annoying after seeing what characters she was playing. But at the same time, Gigi has to be, in my opinion, a brawler, fast faller, combo heavy out of the Justice. You got Liz the Swordy, and then you got the defensive or offensive neutral keepers of Cecilia and Aura. So that leaves the aggressive glass cannon-ish character to be Gigi. And as for the weight, giving her zeros with Samus's, she's got a tail, a big one, and she's got heavy gloves. Gotta give her some weight on that, but honestly, if the weight's a bit too much, then I guess we can knock it down to 80 just to make her a bit more bearable to fight against, as we now see her grounded moves. Now it is time to actually talk about something interesting, in this case being what attacks Gigi would have, starting with the jab. And as you can see on the screen, it's literally Luigi's jab but given for Gigi. They rhyme. But also Gigi's a silly gal. Let her have the silly. But let the attack be a decent jab, you know? Let it have a decent startup like Mario's. But if it gets a bit too broken, we can go turn that down from 2 to 4 or 2 to 5. And then for the final hit, let it have like an up and away knockback, so it's a bit harder to set up. So it's more of a, oh, you need some decent damage and a burst type of move. Yeah, I think that would be best for Gigi. But if you want it to be like a setup move, I guess you can also do that, as some brawlers tend to do so. But in Gigi's case, since it's with a tail slap or butt slap, whatever you want to call it, with her tail, then I feel it just feels more disrespectful hitting the move in general, while also getting some decent damage with it. It ain't gonna do much, but it helps out in a pinch. And speaking of setups, let's look at Gigi's forward tilt, because this would be her setup move, as other brawlers tend to have. Like, look at Captain Falcon, Sheik, FOTS, Me Brawler. They all have a bit of a sidekick, and hers would be the more general one. I feel she's not tall enough to do Sheik's F-tilt. And yes, this would still have the angles. I imagine her having something like Mario's range, but maybe the animation of Me Brawler, just to make it have some sense. If not, give her Mario's animation-ish type of deal, because she does have big hands due to those gloves of hers. And like I said, this is just a simple setup move. Let it have not too much knockback. Let the angle be pretty nice. Like, the jab isn't gonna set up much, but it's gonna get some nice damage, and if they try to run in again, you can just F-tilt or do more jabs, you know? Just simple stuff like that for Gigi to do. But speaking of damage outputs, let this move be regular at 7 after multiplier, and if the game has no multiplier, let it be like a 6.5, or if drastic measures have to be taken, a 5, because the next move I'm gonna talk about is her up tilt. And I don't know what came over me to make it Kazuya's twin pistons. I guess it's since she has big gloves, right? A multi-hit up tilt just seemed like a thing to do. Make it like an anti-air or set up into her up smash, which I will get later. Or if anything, since those are big gloves, make it like a bit of a sharking thing on platforms like with the height of Battlefield, but not on the ones with bigger heights like Pokemon Stadium 2 specifically. Just a bit of a anti-air or decent get off me tool. Just a thing like that doesn't really fit the brawler archetype much. But then again, you could argue that each up tilt has its own different use, and this one just happens to be a bit silly because she's got big hands. If anything, to make this move seem more brawler-ish, I would say make the first hit a bit of a fast one, and let that one have like a little bit of a stun, and then the second one be like a kill-ish move. Just like how Samus Jab 1 and Jab 2 don't really connect that well, so some people can just use Jab 1 for something and then Jab 2 if they decide to do something else in terms of attacking. This gives Gigi a bunch of flexibility, so I would say let that first attack of the up tilt be pretty fast, and then the second one be the more slow-ish one of the tilt. But that leaves into the last and final one of the tilts. Probably not as damage dealing as the up tilt, but certainly something for setups into it or into a run-up up smash. Second time I mention it. It's probably going to be a funny one. And it's just going to be Fotz's down tilt. Now, why Fotz specifically? Fotz uses his tail in his down tilt. Look at it carefully. Yes, he's using his tail. And guess who else has a tail? Gigi Murin. So, this fits just perfectly with her, you know? It's quick, decent for starting combos, perfect into the Gigi brawler type of thing. And honestly, if she's crouching, why not let her use the tail tilt? Or if you want to get a little bit cheeky and use more of her hands, something like Wario's down tilt also works. But I feel like Fotz's fits more into the brawler side of things. But in the big hand or big fist type of way, Wario's fits this a lot better. One sets going up, and the other sets the things going forward. And if her up tilt already kind of sets up for things going up, I guess you could give her Wario's down tilt. But for terms of more look or feel-ish type of things, I might go with Fotz's just to give her tail a bit more usage in these type of setups and whatnot. But still, both these down tilts can offer something nice with the next move, the dash attack. And this is, once again, just a bit of another recycle type of thing, because Gigi would definitely be rolling or something for her dash attack. I mean, like, it won't make much sense if you think about it. Maybe she'd be rushing in somehow with arms or legs. But Gigi would probably try to sneak in a roll or something to trip the opponents and whatnot. And this is where both the Wario down tilt and the Fotz down tilt type of beats come in. The Fotz down tilt really won't do too much with this into leading the move into each other, but there's definitely that kind of option for burst or wait for your opponent to come in, maybe do some sort of risky move, or you can just unironically try to anti-air them with down tilt or anything that Fotz can usually do with his down tilt. Or since Gigi is supposed to be the brawler in rushdown. The Wario type of down tilt will fit a lot better in terms of she can probably lead a few down tilts into the dash attack for some early percents, and probably some aerials too. If anything, maybe let them tech chase, you know? It's just a bit of a, Gigi's gonna chase you down, and she's gonna hit you really, really hard. But if Gigi's gonna hit you hard, she might as well hit you hard with the smash attacks seen right here. Let's start with the up one. Now, why PM Lucario up smash even though I'm showing Mega Man's up tilt? Because PM Lucario up smash is literally Ryu Shoryuken, and I don't want to show the Ryu Shoryuken because it goes a little bit too high, and Ryu's kind of tall, more realistic looking in the proportion, and Gigi's got a big hat, so, you know, not too realistic. So Mega Man will be in place. And in this case, she won't go too high up, but definitely a bit of a kill move you want to use. Maybe a good anti-air, honestly. But definitely save this as the, oh man, they're at the top. Or if you want to be funny and do the Gigi Ryuken, then yeah, you can do that, you can do that. And for the down smash, give her the Mario Brothers down smash. And why? Because Gigi can break dance. Yes, I did say I didn't want her using legs on the dash attack, but who knows, what if she can breakdance? The reason I didn't want to give her legs in the dash attack is because, honestly, I don't know how to make it look more natural looking since she has those big gloves and big hoodie. Might as well give it a big hitbox too. But for down smash, this just makes a bit more sense. And as for the F smash, it's Mii Brawlers. It's a big fist hitting you forward. It just makes too much sense. But I'd say pack a bit more punch and have it some more end lag. Make this like the hard read move or the shield breaking move. Just for Gigi to kill you like something exaggerated, like 50 or something. Well, obviously fully charged. I'm not gonna be a monster and give her a kill move from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. But honestly, be honest with yourselves. Well, I should be honest with myself. She is not gonna have a move killing that early, unless she's DLC. Remember that. As we go on to how can she set up to hit you with most of these moves, if not have moves leading into it.
She is literally giving birth!
The clip you just saw is probably how Gigi's gonna be grabbing her opponents with her big old gloves and whatnot, as you see in this visualizer here. She's gonna spread out both her arms and grab them both. Maybe not the fastest grab, but give it a bit of a reach. You know, it's like, you can't escape the Gigi. And I mean, she's still a brawler, she's still a rushdown like I said earlier. But like, she gotta have a big old grab with those big old hands, you know? It's like Donkey Kong having a really good grab because his arms are big. And Sinnoh has a good grab, but his arms aren't that big. I mean, his arms are big, but not that long. And it's because he's a grappler. And Gigi having these big gloves, just like DK, kind of indicates she could be a grappler sometimes, just like in Sinnoh. So, let her have this big old grab, and let's see how it would work. To start off, very simple, like, I'm gonna give Gigi, in this particular instance, a similar forward throw and back throw. Honestly, you could say it's the same type of function, because after she grabs them, she'll hold them with one arm, and either punch them forward or punch them backward. And the forward one having a sort of kill, as it says they're only one that kills, it's more so in the instance that if your opponent's like at 180%, you might as well throw it. It might as well kill at that point. And if not, oh dear. If it did, okay, hooray. Kind of like the desperation move you need to throw out if you really aren't able to hit them with anything, but you sure are able to get the grab on them. And the back throw, let it be kind of the opposite of forward throw. It'll still be comboing like at 50 or 60, but around 90 or 80, it'll start doing more so tech chases to let the 70% be more like a guessing game, depending on weight, fall speed, and all those other type of factors. And to add to this, to make it a little bit fair, don't make the angle go so deep. Maybe something like Captain Falcon's forward throw. Now that throw can kill maybe sometimes, but since Gigi already has a super duper early kill move, and probably a bit more brawler rush down than Captain Falcon, as nowadays he can be a bit more defensive compared to his melee counterpart, then I think it's a little bit fair that she does have an angle similar to it, just not the similar type of being able to kill as early as Captain Falcon would in this hypothetical situation. But unlike Captain Falcon, the up throw and the down throw are gonna change a little bit from your usual rushdown or brawler shenanigans, with the down throw being a sort of berry move like K rules. She has big fists. Let her bury someone with it, you know? It's like pummeling you to the ground or hitting you with a knuckle sandwich, basically. You know, you beat up someone, they're gonna be on the ground, so why not bury them to the ground, honestly? And heck, this could help Gigi lead into some of her more other killish moves, if need be, honestly. But let it be a bit more escapable to balance it out, since she is gonna be kinda fast. It would be unfair for her to have a grab like that. And if Gigi is a bit too much, like I've said many times in this video, there is a way to balance this whole thing out. Just have her down throw be like the K rule animation, but remove the whole berry mechanic in general and just have it send up and away. But since she is throwing them, I think up and behind Gigi would make a much better visual, especially for what I have in store for the up throw. Now, I'm not an artist here, as you can clearly see by these doodles, but I hope I'm able to convey the message for this up throw of Gigi just grabbing you, holding you in front of her, right, the opponent, and then dropping them and then kicking them upwards as if she were doing like an up smash, a Fox Yoshi Min Min type of up smash, to be precise. You know, just going back a bit while also throwing the opponent up and away. This could also be a contender for a kill throw if you don't want the forward throw to be the kill throw. And let's be honest, many brawlers nowadays will have some sort of kill throw, and up throws tend to be the more deadlier ones, honest. But yeah, I just think this would fit in decently with Gigi, and the main attacking part doesn't use the fist, so there's some leg variety there. And I just think it would overall fit well, and having that little bit of the classic Super Smash Bros. Up smash visual too, to more diverse things up in the whole attacking scale. She does use fists for attacking, but those things have wear and tear, so she can't be using them too much, can she now? At the end of it, Gigi's throws seem to be a bit more of the straightforward variation. And I think this is nice because as a brawler, your whole game plan usually tends to be to get in there, get your punchy McPunchies in there, or kicky McKicks, depending on which character you are. And yeah, there's not much to say aside from her having two possible kill throw options. If not, they can probably lend themselves to some type of other moves that she can use to follow. You know already it's gonna be the aerial attacks. You already saw the Cecilia video, judging by you going to watch this Gigi video.
You see this hair accessory? This hair accessory also really cute, but it can also be taken off, even though I don't have to. I don't want it to. My forehead!
Before we start the Smash Bros visuals, I want you to look at this picture of Gigi. Yes, that is her default render on the Hololive website. Now, tell me, what do you think it could be? That's right. It can be a nair. And why do I think this type of thing can be Gigi's nair? I mean, look at it. She's out off the ground, hitting a bunch of directions. Heck, we already have a Smash character that does this in their render. Super Mario, hehehe. Oh yeah. However, unlike Mario's neutral air, Gigi's, I have the idea to make it based on Dr. Mario's, where the strong hit is weak and the later hit is kinda strong. Heck, can lead to some nasty edge guards. But since Gigi should be a bit more of a rushdown due to the energy she has, I would be more leaning to keep it as just a weak-ish kind of nair for combos and whatnot at most other timings, but if there's room to make it work like Dr. Mario's, I think it could be a nice way to represent Gigi's chaotic nature, like, oh, is she gonna hit me with something weak or something strong, and it's, you know, the same move as before. But if this creates inconsistencies in her combo game, whereas, oh, something didn't connect properly, or the opponent got sent far away enough that the tech chase just cannot happen, then keep it as a regular neutral air, no Dr. Mario shenanigans here. However, we are not out of the Mario-ish shenanigans yet, as I want Gigi's forward air to be a forward hook just like Mario's, or in this case, Ganondorf, Banjo's. More like Ganondorf and Banjo's on the knockback slash angle type of thing, because if Gigi were just a little bit slower, in my opinion, or more bruiser-oriented, then having her be the character with the Project M style Mario forward air, of it having two types of hits, early one killing upwards and away, and the later one be killing by a meteor smash. And I feel that would also suit Gigi a bit, so this comes down to more so a what fits this type of character design better. And another more so other option that's just resembling, oh, big hand characters like DK is literally just the Donkey Kong forward air. And you can see why I didn't want to go with this one too much, is because on a fast character, an attack like this, long winding, probably wouldn't make too much sense on a sort of brawler combo type of beat. And Gigi already has decent kill moves, so maybe she doesn't need this. Or if anything, maybe you can let her have the sort of two-hit thing, but unlike the one I mentioned with Project M Mario, have the later hit just hit forward like Ganondorf or Banjo's, instead of, you know, meteor smashing. And I feel this would also suit good for Gigi, because one hit will send you up, the other hit will be good for tech chasing. But honestly, on a high speed, high risk character, since she's already a bruisier brawler, maybe have it be more consistent with the forward type of hit. As I see Gigi, you know, just being a regular brawler, she's obviously gonna need some consistency, as she will be on that type of precision that'll let you get the good reward, but if you're bad with it, it might screw up your combos. So it's anyone's game, really. This does mean that Gigi's forward aerial can come down to making it as a decision of what fits the character or what fits the move set, whether going up, down, or just to the side in terms of that forward air. And it gives a type of, maybe if there were different Hololive Smash or platform fighter games, this could be like, maybe in one game Gigi's forward air does this, and maybe in the other it does this, depending if, you know, there's still some new battle stuff that Gigi could use that I just don't know of yet, depending when this video comes out at the moment. However, unlike those situations, forward air, I think, will be one that is a bit more concise. And as you see in the picture right here, yeah, I'm just copying DK's up attack in Bonanza / Cloud up air for visual reference. Just her pushing her two fists up, you know? Maybe let it have like a type of multi-hit like Ryu's up air. But judging by the way this move looks, maybe that would feel unnatural. Or if you want to go the simple route, you can just give her the arcing up air. I don't think we need a visual for that, y'all already know how it looks like. But this up air is really simple, and it goes in well with the forward air as well. As let's say if you hit them forward, right? you can't hit him with the up air. But if you hit the up air, you can probably put yourself in a good position to do the fair. Or if this is the situation where she has the Dr. Mario killer fair that goes up, maybe you could auto cancel it into this up air. It's just one of those. This move is probably going to be like the ender or the starter to many of her more aerial focused combos, just by putting her two fists up. And Gigi is one of the shorter members, so maybe her having to put her hands up to grab something isn't too far off from reality. Which leads me to the next aerial back air, and I've decided it to be the Captain Falcon Ganondorf type of back air, but to make it more natural with the whole brush down and brawler type of beat. Maybe one with the legs, using me brawler here as a visual, can also work into this and gives Gigi a break from using her armed attacks. Or you could see it as a maybe she can't swing too fast behind her, so she's using her legs to compensate. So maybe give this move a little bit of a low knockback if using the legs, but if using the fist, right, make it have like a higher knockback growth. So let's say you're killing with back air like a 150 or 130, but with the fist back air like 110 or something ridiculous. Obviously 110 at the corner, you know. Just a simple type of move. Heck, you can even lead this with up air into some combos depending on your precision of when you hit your opponent with up air at lower percents. Just a simple type of aerial. Just like down air. Yeah, this one's gonna be another simple one. Just, two fists down, slamming the opponent. I'm gonna use Diddy Kong this time as a visual example, as he has a tail just like Gigi. Or, I had another idea of Gigi doing the tail slap down. Not sure what type of animation this could be, because you could also argue for it being a type of up air. But this type of aerial gives an excuse for more Gigi, arm weapon shenanigans. And since it is Gigi, why not have a funny Gigi sound when you hit the move, like obviously the meteor smash hitbots, and pressing taunt at the same time. I don't know what sound to put there, so maybe you, Grams, watching this video can help me figure out what she would say in that type of move. Either way, it's time for some special moves. Let's get on with it.
I don't mean to hit her! I never wanted to hit the woman! I would never hit women! I would hit on women, but never hit a woman! Never!
Gigi's special moves, I feel like she would honestly have a hand in kind of like charging them, like, here comes a big move! And in this case, let her have a second big move, like her F smash, but this time like DK's giant punch, but it's the Gigi punch, I guess. And the reason for this is because I genuinely think Gigi would do her side smash with one arm and then the giant charging up punch with the other arm. This way they have some diversity. And the reason I kind of want her to have this is like, ooh, side smash is like the faster one, but then the neutral special one is the slower one. But however, you can also use it in the air. But then you tell me, oh, then what's the point of using the side smash? Well, the side smash, you're probably gonna get it in better combos on the platforms, whereas the neutral special, yeah, you might be in the air reading, chasing their movement, something like that. And I just feel like it would fit Gigi, and maybe keep the capped damage of the full charge like at 17 or something, just to not have most of Gigi's killer moves, like really early killer moves, go above 20 or something. Like, yeah, Gigi will kill you early if she gets a good combo, but if she doesn't kill you, the player's gonna get punished by not having that much damage on her. And if this is still a bit too much damage, I guess keep it at 12. Like, similar to the Cloud finishing touch, where yes, that move will kill early, but its damage is 1%. Obviously not as extreme, but hey, maybe the extreme part could go a long way. Like, maybe have it like 5 stages, and then it increments with each percent. Like, second stage does 2%, third stage does 3%, you know, something like that. I could see it working, honestly. And you could probably have the neutral special work in tandem or as a bit of a tech chase mix-up type of option with her side special. Now, looking at this visualizer and Rivals of Ether 2 Olympia, where I borrowed the animation from, you can see Olympia grabs crystals in the air and then slams on them. I want Gigi to do something similar. Like, and this is a type of burst move where you will be punished if you don't grab, but you can also just hit Gigi out of it, so it's kind of a really risky thing to do. I would like it to not bury your opponent too much, and by that I mean kind of force the tech situation like Ganondorf's. And you're already going into the ground whether if you started the side special from the ground or from the air. And this gives Gigi a bit of a take me with you type of option, or in this case, I'm taking you with me type of option, and we all know she would take CC with her to those deaths. But in this context, she would be taking her opponent out, so then she can take CC out to a nice dinner afterwards, easily. And yeah, this is more so like Gigi's burst option slash reversal option, but not too much of a reversal, as the reversal aspect, I want it to depend on you, the player, not the move itself. Like, the move is going to give you the opportunity for it, but you have to capitalize on it. And I just think it would kind of fit Gigi, and do not put her in any type of free fall, because I already imagine the move's going to be pretty laggy-ish. So it would just be kind of an insult to the face, or maybe end up on one of those lists that says top 10 worst platform fighter moves or smash moves of all time. Gigi will still be able to recover. Now, even though I have written down Terry's up special, but without the charge variant, that was my first suggestion. But the more I thought about it, something like this Mii Brawler up B makes sense. Thrupper does too, but since I did use Olympia's side special as an animation reference for her side special, I immediately decided to go for this up special and, just kind of connect those two things. It's a spinning move for the Spina Tuina reference for all those Auto Fister fans, and she'd be using her legs instead of her arms. And heck, maybe if you want to be crazy about it, have her arms spin like DK's, but the actual attacks are going in the legs. Just to get that stuff moving like horizontally and up at the same time, just to cover some good distance, as Gigi's side special seems to likely be one of those moves that, oh, you did it to cover some range, but you kinda have a bit too much lag in this particular situation. So the situation you do want to find yourself with Gigi is in one where you can punish them with your smash attacks. And like I said, they do kill early. But why is that? Because her down special will let her charge up her smash attacks. Same way Lucas can with his neutral special in Project M/Project Plus, I was thinking, just to be similar, like it turns them from combo moves to kill moves. And I think that overall fits, because Gigi will just have a lot of combo moves to hit you with, yeah? But if she wants to kill you, she's either gonna have to do her neutral punch or have that charged up smash attack. And, it'll kill early, just like the PM Lucas one. And I think it would overall suit Gigi pretty well, seen as in those Smash streams she was playing a bit of a zoners characters. So yeah, there's a bit of an excuse for Gigi not to have to approach. Think about it. Now how about we go on to the one we're all waiting for, the final smash. I have genuinely nothing to say here or put as a funny thing before the final smash, but at the time of this recording, Mori Calliope and Gigi Murin collabed on a cover, and since this literally came out while doing the final smash part, yeah, go stream the song if you're watching this, or if this is like years in the future, go stream it again, I guess. Final smashes usually tend to be the ultimate move of someone or some character, and I need you to enjoy this picture of Gigi and Cecilia, because for Gigi's final smash, now bear with me here folks, which is why we changed from gameplay to this picture by Cpoo. Her final smash, I just imagine it, being an army of Grems attacking the opponent. Yes, she just sends them out, just like that. Basic, I know. Is it in character? I guess. But you could say this for about any other holomem. So, an alternative I have, right? She just summons CC, and they do a huge mechanical blast, and like Cecilia's turned into a tank or something. And then Gigi just, you know, goes crazy on the opponent using the CC tank. So that's why I need you to look at this picture, so you can bear with me on this. It's either the Grems, the guys watching this, aka you Grems, or Auto Fist a reference. Yes. Yes, indeed.
No! I fumbled the baddie! No! She'll never want me! Woman will never want me! I'm a failure!
Now it is time to look at something interesting: skins and alternate costumes for Gigi. As usual, the first three is just gonna be Justice. And then for number 5, I decided it, you know, just be Crony Nerissa. Why did I combine those two? I mean, they both have black and blue as primary colors, so one skin representing both sounds pretty nice. And then number 6 and 7! I hate myself. But, not only is this ironic towards Callie, because of the meme, second, the first costume, right, like I mentioned, will be Callie. A Callie colored costume. And number 7 will be a Callie outfit that Gigi can wear. Just like Builder Mario or Pikachu Libre. And this just, you know, kind of embraces that whole Poco's Vinted Mori Calliope thing that Gigi has going on. Or, hey guys, it's me, Mori Calliope, I love playing League of Legends. I cannot do the Mori voice, but you guys get the idea. And then for number 8, I'm a little torn into what to decide. But since Biboo was in Gigi's hologra, I decided it to be Biboo. Coyote was also there, so maybe add a little bit of white to the Callie costume colors to represent Coyote there too. And I think that's a pretty decent selection for costumes. Albeit, feeling like there's some repeats here and there. But Min Min has 2 red and black costumes, so maybe it's not too much of a repeat. And Byleth's last 2 costumes are just his default costume in Final Smash form. So maybe having a few repeats isn't bad. But once again, if you Grems have any ideas on who else it could be, please tell them to me. Alright? Now, let's go on to some closing thoughts.
Hey! Listen to me.
Now, time to go to the closing thoughts. And before you ask where are the taunts, I don't want to give any active members taunts at the moment unless it's something like super duper official. The only one for Gigi right now is the famous Boat Goes Vinted. Using a screenshot from a clip channel, the showcase, man, this really has been widespread. But, you know, it's Boat Goes Vinted. The other one that I could see be a thing is her just holding a Grem or squishing it like a stress toy. And as for the third one, you, the Grems watching this, probably know better than I do what a third one could be. In fact, I'm not gonna say probably, you guys definitely know better than me when it comes to the last Gigi taunt. And for Gigi as a character, I think she might be a little bit busted, but honestly, making fast brawler type characters in Smash always tend to be good, so they just kind of need like a bit of holding back. And that's all I'll say for now, because I think I'll go into like a Smash balancing shenanigan here. And yeah, that's what I just think Gigi's Smash moveset will be like. And if you guys enjoyed the video, thank you for making it this far. I really appreciate it. And have yourselves a very nice day. But before you leave, please tell me in the comments, who would you like to see next? I saw comments for Biboo and Kaela. But hey, I'm open to any other suggestions. And also Biboo and Kaela, so don't worry about it. Goodbye!